I'm in this area where I come quite often because I really like this area for the trees, and it's very small. In my scouting video I also told about small areas, and small areas can be forgotten sometimes, so I visit them quite often. And I also shot Why I Am a Landscape Photographer video in this area, and today I want to show you something about how to work with a composition in trees and harmony. And the first time I went here, the light was just amazing. There was fog, the light was good, everything was there. Today it isn't, but we'll see if we can find some good compositions, and I can tell you more about it in a second. So, let's see if we can find any. Alright, I found a composition which I found earlier before when I was here, and the first thing is to find a tree that stands out a bit. It doesn't have to be that spectacular, but I'm trying to find a tree that tells a story. So, and when they are combined, maybe two or more trees, the story gets more interesting. They can be related to each other, in love with each other, or they can hate each other. So it could be a family, a brother and a sister, and that's what I like about photography, is that I can try to find these things, and not just only trees, just one tree. And that's what I do too, because one special tree can tell a very good story. But if you can find two trees, yeah, I like that. And these two trees are bending over to each other, so that makes us bond or something. And when I walk a little bit to the right or to the left, this bond is gone. So it's a lot about perspective, and walk around, try to find a good composition and try to work out how they work the best together. So that's what I'm trying with this. And as always in the Netherlands, we're a little bit overcrowded, so they've placed a fence on the back of the trees, which wasn't here before. But there will be a special reason for this, so I should work around it. But I will take the photo. Because the trees aren't as close to each other, there's a distance between them. I shoot an aperture of f9, and that's good enough for the photo. And I'm shooting at around 40 millimeters. ISO 100, of course, and yeah, that's basically it. And I'm creating a portrait stand, so because of the trees are also quite tall. And I will show you this photo and the exact same, or almost the exact same composition I took when the light was even better over here. So let's take the photo. 2-second timer. Okay, that's it. And finding these compositions becomes better when you visit the location more often, because you can overlook these things and by rushing it. So when I'm visiting a location for the first time in good light, I'm rushing, I'm walking all around. And when I visit more often, I know where to go, but I also pay more attention to other spots in the area. So let's find some other spot. They not only placed a fence over there, but they also cut some trees. And one of my latest Instagram photos is an older photo from this area, and it positioned two trees next to each other in perspective, and the one is a dead tree and the other one is a living tree. So that's more about life and death and maybe good or evil or those kind of things. So it's a bit different. The previous trees were bending close to each other, and these trees are not. So it's a different kind of story. Also two trees, it can be more trees, it can be a whole family of it, when there's enough calmness in the photo. But they cut away the best tree in combination with the death tree. So that's a bummer. But well, you know the story now, why I took this photo and why it's different than the last shot. And I like to find these kind of compositions, and it's what I've been doing last year more and more, and I will continue to do so. So enjoy the photo from last time, and with very good weather conditions. And see you next time. Bye. One thing I forgot to mention is that bringing harmony and photography adds a bonus for your compositions, especially with the photos I showed in this video. It gives balance. If I would take away one subject, the other subject will fall over to one side, and most of the time we don't want this. If you liked this video, you should especially follow Simon Baxter. He tells a lot about this in his videos. If you don't already follow him, I've put a link in the description to his YouTube channel. Bye.